This is the Heidelberger Allstate Insurance Agency pregame show. I'm standing here in Ray Skillman Stadium with Coach Eric Moore. And, Coach, before we talk about Bantam Night and our second game of the year against Fort Wayne Carroll, let's look backwards for a second and talk about Westfield last week. We came out ablazing. Ultimately, some costly mistakes arguably cost us the game. Your thoughts on that game and how you overcome curing those mistakes?
Well, what we talk about in the locker room, the last thing we talk about every week is don't beat yourselves. And last Friday we beat ourselves. A great Westfield team did a great job. Some controversial calls there, but you can't put yourself in a position for a human to make a bad call and beat you. So it was on us, and we got to get better at that, and the kids got to learn some things, and your pride was hurt. You got humbled, and it's time to go on, and we're a new football team this week, and we're ready to get started.
Last year's team also lost their opener of the year, and you know, granted this is a new team, but it's a situation where you buckle down and clear up those mistakes. And we have a somewhat familiar foe coming in as we played them a couple of years ago in the state championship. They're loaded with a commitment to Iowa at quarterback. He also played in that state championship game. What have you seen in Fort Wayne Carroll?
They're a good, solid team. They don't beat themselves. They make very few mistakes. They got excellent skilled kids with great speed and big linemen. They're a lot like Westfield, only they have maybe a few more skilled people, but I'm not sure if they're as tough as Westfield was up front, so we'll see. Again, we're going to have to come out and play 4 quarters of football and put it in the end zone and stop them on defense. Get people off the field. 3 and out would be huge. Anytime you can get a 3 and out, it's like a turnover.
On a positive side of things from last week that hopefully carries on is Gabe McWilliams had his first start ever as the quarterback here at Center Grove, throws for nearly 330 yards. Nolan Reese comes in, gets over 100 yards rushing. I know you don't want to use him as much as you had to last week. Hopefully we get Hennessy back, but your thoughts on the offense and how they executed? Well,
when you ask how Gabe's going to be, like 10,000 people did, that was your answer. He's been waiting his whole life to be a Trojan and be on Friday nights playing football here for Center Grove, and he did. Now he owns the record for most passing yards at home, so we'll go from there. Nolan Reese did a great job with 20 carries. I can't give him the ball 20 times a game. He'll had to kill him within 4 games. Hennessy's back tonight, Austin Hennessy, so that should be a little bit of a 1-2 punch there. Give them both a little bit of a rest. I'm excited to see that go. Big thing is we got to try to replace, Ryder Woolrine, our leader, one of the toughest kids on our football team. You lose him early in that game, and that's when we really fell apart. So we're going to try to win for him tonight and get back on it. We got a lot of kids that got experience last week that didn't have experience. Each week we should get better.
Tonight's kind of like a second Christmas for you. You've spent so much of your career when you got here at Center Grove, spending your time just south of here. Woo, got some storms potentially coming in, eh? Spinning south here at the Bantam Complex, and tonight's Bantam Night. And talk to us about how excited you are to see all the future of Center Grove coming through, running down that track.
Yeah, I always explain, it's like Christmas to me. It's like the Christmas and the future Christmases here on. I don't know how many of them I'll experience. And you look at, these are the nights that are tough on you when you're trying to probably get out of coaching. You keep on seeing those kids come up the track thinking, man, I like to coach that kid. But it's fun. It's fun to see all the people from the past, all the former players. So many of my former players are involved in our Bantam Football League. They're coaching. The whole board is basically Bantam football people. The board of Bantam football people is our past players. Aaron Holterman, the new president, another past player. So we're all heading in the right direction. That's why we're good. Go Trojans.
One other quick thing before we sign off here. You got to be excited. No one probably ever thought it would happen here at Center Grove. 3 former players are on 53-man rosters in the NFL. Rush East, Carson Steele, and Austin Booker. That's got to give you a lot of pride.
Yeah, it's just a product of what they've been doing since they were in 2nd grade. It's great for the Bantam middle school and high school. It's a great community. Those kids all were in this community and played so much and really grew up doing things. Russ moved in, but, man, he was a real member of the community as soon as he got here. Very proud of him, very deserving of their work. That's the big thing, and nothing was ever given to any of those 3 boys, and they earned everything they got, and I'm so proud of them, and I can't wait to watch a little pro football.
Well, one thing's for certain. It's Bantam Night. It's our second game of the year here in Ray Skillman Stadium. We got to get the W back. Coach, good luck, and let's go get Fort Wayne Carroll.
Hey, yeah, thanks for everybody coming tonight. Let's load the stadium, pack it up, be loud and proud, get after those Chargers from Carroll. Go Trojans, beat the Chargers.